I'm Michael Link, and welcome to the Depository, where we explore the depths of Christian theology through AI. Please note the voices ahead are AI generated. We vet each episode but ask that you listen with both faith and reason. Let's dive in.
We're doing a deep dive today into what is really the definitive roadmap for spiritual warfare.
The temptation of Christ.
Exactly. The desert confrontation in Matthew chapter 4. It really provides the perfect structure for understanding how temptation works on all of us.
It does. I mean, the context here is just so profound. This desert, it's a warfare zone.
A warfare zone, right?
And, well, traditional interpretation suggests the devil himself was on an intelligence mission. He'd heard the testimony, but he wasn't. He wasn't sure.
He didn't know if Christ was truly the Son of God.
Precisely. And Jesus goes through this not because he needs to, but, as the sources say, to merit for us by his victory, forced to conquer him also ourselves.
He's giving us the blueprint. So let's look at that first test, the one that deals with the flesh. Matthew chapter 4, verses 1 through 4. Then Jesus was led by the Spirit into the desert to be tempted by the devil. And when he had fasted 40 days and 40 nights, afterwards he was hungry. And the tempter coming said to him, If thou be the Son of God, command that these stones be made bread. Who answered and said, It is written, Not in bread alone doth man live, but in every word that proceedeth from the mouth of God.
So after this, incredibly long fast, Jesus shows a real physical weakness.
Right, he's actually hungry.
And that's intentional. It's to draw the tempter out. But notice the refusal. He will not use divine power to satisfy a simple human urge.
He won't break his human cover.
That's the crucial insight. Where the first Adam fell through pride, the second Adam overcomes this desire for instant gratification with humility. And now the stakes get higher. We move from the body to the soul, to vanity and spiritual pride. Matthew chapter 4, verses 5 through 7. Then the devil took him up into the holy city and set him upon the pinnacle of the temple and said to him, If thou be the Son of God, cast thyself down, for it is written, that he hath given his angels charge over thee, and in their hands shall they bear thee up, lest perhaps thou dash thy foot against a stone. Jesus said to him, It is written again, Thou shalt not tempt the Lord thy God.
And this is the staggering part.
It is.
The devil is quoting Scripture, Psalm 90. So if the master deceiver can quote the Bible, how are we supposed to spot the manipulation?
Well, that's the key, isn't it? As tradition points out, heretics and the devil quote Scripture, but they do it in a wrong and forced sense.
They twist it.
They twist it to serve pride, to provoke a test. And Christ just responds with the true sense of the text. He shuts down that temptation for validation.
Which brings us to the final, and I think the most arrogant assault.
Oh, absolutely. The temptation for worldly power.
Matthew chapter 4, verses 8 through 10. Again, the devil took him up into a very high mountain and showed him all the kingdoms of the world and the glory of them, and said to him, All these will I give thee, if falling down thou wilt adore me. Then Jesus saith to him, Begone, Satan, for it is written, The Lord thy God shalt thou adore, and him only shalt thou serve.
It's just the ultimate con man move. The irony is so thick.
The father of lies promising kingdoms.
Kingdoms he doesn't own. I mean, his pride is so immense he thinks he can demand adoration. But his power is so limited he couldn't even enter a herd of swine without permission.
It's a total bluff.
A complete bluff, and Jesus just cuts right through it.
So we've seen the external battle, flesh, pride, power. Let's pivot to the internal mechanism. How does this work inside of us?
And that's where the Catechism gives us such precise language.
It starts with what's called concupiscence. That's sort of the fuel of sin, the natural impulse.
Right, and that's why the heart is described as a chamber, a place we have to enter into solitude and prayer to shut the door on all that distraction.
And this is the most important distinction for anyone listening. That impulse, that concupiscence, is not a sin.
No.
The doctrine is perfectly clear. The sin is only in the consent of the will. Our victory is right there in withholding that consent.
And the very moment that happens, the resolution comes. Matthew chapter 4, verse 11. Then the devil left him, and behold, angels came and ministered to him.
But the struggle doesn't just end there, does it? We're always beset by these domestic and interior enemies, as the Catechism puts it.
Always. And I think the final takeaway here is that we can't do this on our own.
Not by willpower alone.
No. The strength to lay prostrate the satellites of Satan comes from God. We absolutely must not rely on our own nature, but on the divine assistance God is always ready to bestow.